start too early, but a few more minutes.
Yeah, actually, we're streaming right now.
Looks great. Yeah, that looks great.
Yeah, doing Jesse and I test.
Yeah, no, it looks good.
Yes.
Are you on mute just quiet? To get
No, actually, right now.
That's everybody. Okay, no, no problem.
All you can hear is me and Jesse.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We're gonna just wait until.
Regular guy, yeah, nice of him to actually play spitball. Today, I'm a puppy.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for always greeting me so kindly. As we go through our ceremony today, I love that I'm going to have your attention. And so when you're listening, you should be watching, looking, and you should not be talking. And then there are going to be times during the ceremony I'm going to ask you to talk to a neighbor, and that would be really appropriate for you to have some conversations. But what we do know is actions really speak louder about how you're being as respectful listeners, right? So really appreciate that. I am very excited to see all the red, white, and blue. That just tells me how much you are thinking about our country and how much you are proud to be here in America. So thank you for remembering that. And if you didn't remember today, we still have another school day tomorrow. You can wear red, white, and blue again. I'd like to introduce you to all of our guests. All of these men and women have served in the armed forces and are here today to help us commemorate the sacrifices for our fallen warriors. When I introduce you, could you please stand and wave to the students so we know who you are? I'd like to introduce Mark Navin, Corporal, United States Marine Corps, 3 years. Robert Smith, Private First Class, on why we should remember our fallen warriors who defended our country and our freedoms. Do you know why? Please turn to an elbow partner and tell them why you think it's important for us to remember. Go ahead, turn to an elbow partner. Why is it important for us to remember? Everybody, it's your assignments. All right, finish your sentence. Thank you. I hope your conversations went something like this. I hope your whys include statements. It's important to remember because they fought to preserve freedom and liberty. It's important to remember because they fought for a better future and to make a difference for us. And I hope some of you remembered that it's important to remember because they wanted peace and justice for everyone. Did you have a conversation like that? Did anyone have those same ideas that I had? Let me see with your hands. Anybody? Yeah, all right, thank you. When I think of our fallen warriors, I think about honor. Ileana, can you please come up to read Regan's original poem entitled Honor for us?
Honor. To honor is to respect. To respect is to remember. To remember is to promise. To promise is to keep the memory of those you honor alive. For only those who live with the memory of those who no longer live honor the people they love. Without honor, love cannot exist. Thank you, veterans, for all of your service.
That was beautiful. So thank you, Regan, for writing that. And Eliana, you did a nice job reading it. Thank you. Our warriors go out every day and fight for what they believe in. Sometimes this takes them away from their families. And it takes courage to do this. When I think about how hard it must be for them, I am reminded of the word valor. Valor, which is courage in the face of danger. So at this time, I'd like to invite Marianne up. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday. To read your essay on valor for us. It's her original writing.
Happy birthday!
Valor in war. Valor means to do something brave or heroic. Valor is like saving a comrade from the midst of a horrible battle, or using life-saving medicines to save lives when camped around the battlefield. This all takes tremendous courage. All the soldiers in any war had to have courage and valor in battle, whether it be in the Revolutionary War, the Civil War, or both World War I and II. Even in the Russo-Ukrainian War, all of the people who are fighting need courage and bravery to be cool under fire and not lose their heads. To fight, you need to have a sense of duty and know why you chose to be there, defending your country or your cause. The Medal of Honor is the highest medal that a member of the military can receive for battlefield valor. It is a very hard medal to get, and it takes hard work and dedication to your country to receive it. You can't just fire your gun, you have to be devoted to training as hard as you can and having the dedication to the mission and cause that you are fighting for in order to choosing to enlist, protecting your country, and being brave and action on the battlefield are stark examples of having valor. Thank you, veterans, for your bravery, for your valor and fearlessness while fighting in the battle.
Marianne, I thought that was an excellent essay. Thank you for your time on that. Your essay reminds me of a quote from President Kennedy that goes, "As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them." And he was right. It's easy to say lots of words. However, it's not so easy just to live them. You know, we can easily say everyone should have freedom of speech. However, it might not be so easy if that freedom of speech is not what you agree with. Well, we must remember that to live by our words is to honor the differences in opinions without getting angry. When we do that, we can and are living by what we say and not just simply uttering them. And we are showing courage and compassion when we can listen to all different sides. Ailey, can you please join me in honoring the memories of our fallen warriors with your original writing on courage?
The power it takes to step up, putting your life on the line, is a lot. Knowing you could possibly lose your life trying to save someone else. Veterans had to leave their family for such a long time, from training to going onto the battlefield. Our veterans have done that for us, protecting our community. Veterans are so important and are people to admire. The kindness they had to help people around us is something we should all be thankful for. Courage is what the veterans had, the ones that sacrificed their lives to serve our country. Please give a round of applause to all our veterans here today. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. And now, Dr. Laura, would you please come up and share with us the history of the flag you are allowing us to fly at HUES today? Is anyone else joining you? Okay.
Greeting everybody at HUES. I know a lot of your smiling faces. I love your beautiful music, your beautiful poetry, and Mrs. Fowler, thank you for your beautiful words. And my friends over here, the veterans who I've come to just cherish and love, thank you so much. Many of you know me from the Holiday Card Challenge and the other challenges to connect with our warriors, our veterans, and our military families. I'd like to invite one of our veterans up because he's part of this story. And some of you may know him, but I'll give you a little backstory and how we're all connected. Lieutenant Colonel Mark Andrews, please. Lieutenant Colonel Andrews and his family have become true friends of mine. And it all started in 2019 when you were all in the primary school and you sent him and his brothers and sisters in uniform holiday cards. And he received them and they loved them, and it brought a lot of smiles to their faces. And when I heard from him how much they all enjoyed it, I asked you when you were in the primary school to write Valentine's Day cards. Does anybody remember that? Yeah, look at that. A lot of love. And Lieutenant Colonel Andrews loved them, as did his brothers and sisters in uniform. I got a message from him one day, back in 2020, that said he would like to fly a flag in honor of all of those who joined in to write cards to our warriors, our veterans, and our military families. And I was just so happy and so honored, and I still am. And he sent me this flag from Kabul, Afghanistan, where he flew it in honor of all of you, well, and all of you across the country. But it all started right here in Hollis Brookline. And Lieutenant Colonel Andrews is a member of our community. So with great honor, I would like to present this flag to Mrs. Fowler, who will present it to our veterans, to fly above your school today. And this flag, after it flies here for the very first time after being in Afghanistan, will travel with me around the country to fly at other schools. And thanks to our veterans, our warriors, and our military families. Thank you so much. There is one more thing. Last week, no, I guess it was this week, earlier in the week, some of you met Lieutenant Colonel J.J. right, Johnson? Raise your hand if you did. Well, the cards you all wrote went to, as I said, to Lieutenant Colonel Andrews, to the Army, to the Navy, to the Air Force, to the Space Force, the Marines, the Coast Guard. The Coast Guard, and our veterans and our military families. So Lieutenant Colonel Johnson had to go back to the Pentagon, but he gave me this coin, because he's in the Air Force, to give to Mrs. Fowler for your school in honor of all that you do for our military warriors. Actually, I'm going to give the flag to Lieutenant Colonel Andrews, and he can present it to Mrs. Fowler. I'm so honored that you did this for us. It means more than you know. At this time, I would ask the veterans, could you please help us with the flag exchange? And students, during the flag exchange, would you please rise, face the flagpole, put your hands over your heart, and have quiet watching. We are going to remain standing after the exchange for the playing of Taps by Ash.
Stand for tap, right? Yep.
Present. Oh, there. Ho!
Thank you. You may be seated. As I hold our HUES flag, which is very special to me, we've been working together for many decades, me and this flag. I'd like to take a moment to talk about someone else who is also very special to me and probably to you as well. Mrs. Nickerson has had an amazing 24-year successful career here at the Hollis Upper Elementary School. As a Fulbright scholar, she pursued independent research in Japan, and in 2018, she earned the Veterans of Foreign Wars Teacher of the Year Award for her work in honoring veterans. Mrs. Nickerson, where are you? Please come over. During Mrs. Nickerson's time here at HUES, she was instrumental in establishing a culture of fun and collaborative learning. She spearheaded and led several annual events, including the Spelling Bee, the Battle of the Books, Chess Club, Read Across America, and the Scholastic Book Fair. Oh yes, that's very awesome, right? She extended learning opportunities through literature group and support services, and she promoted community servants via Student Council, Community Reading Day, the celebration of Veterans, and Career Awareness Day. Pretty amazing. Just one person, like doing that all for us. I have been lucky to work with such an amazing person as Mrs. Nickerson. And it is my honor to present Mrs. Nickerson with our retired HUES flag as recognition for all she has done for our school. Last night, on her own time, Hannah wrote an essay. It took her over an hour to write an essay, and I really wanted to read it to the veterans. So Hannah, could you please come up and read your essay?
Dear veterans, thank you for your service. You took time from your day to save the world. You're sacrificing your lives to protect us. You're leaving your families to save the world. It must be scary to leave your families. I have never had to leave a family member to go to the service, so I don't know what it's like. You're doing a huge favor for the world. You don't know us and we don't know you, but you still go and serve, and some make the ultimate sacrifice. You may feel scared, but in your heart you're feeling kindness because of your service in the world. You might feel overwhelmed, but you still
I know you've been working really hard on those. They sound great. Students, teachers, community members, thank you for helping us put the memory back into Memorial Day. It takes each one of us remembering the importance of our fallen warriors to honor them. At the end of our ceremony, which is going to happen in just a few minutes, I don't want you to forget what it's about. You might, oh, we did this, and then forget about it. Just because we're done with this ceremony, you shouldn't be forgetting. You know, over the holiday weekend, take time to talk about Memorial Day and what it means to you and your family. Maybe you're going to teach someone else who doesn't know about Memorial Day, or they didn't know how important it was to remember. They knew about Memorial Day, but they didn't really know the reason. You can see here veterans from our sidewalk chalk or our parking lot chalk. Kids really wanted to show you how much they're caring about you. So take a look around. We have soldiers and warriors and messages for you and a new poem on the ground that one of our 5th grade students wrote. You can take part in parades or barbecues. Maybe you have something really fun planned for this weekend like that. But don't forget the reason why we have our 3-day holiday. We must never forget our fallen warriors. So thank you for your active participation in today's ceremony. And at this time, students, please look to your teachers for dismissal directions. Thank you, everyone.
We're going to apply this